Now then, part 2. We're going to get our first star. With the worker star. And this is a good opportunity to learn from a mistake of mine. Was the last time that I produced, that would have left me with 6 workers instead of 5. What would have been a better thing to do is to actually decrease the number of workers that I received from that production. So this is an opportunity, learn from a mistake that I made, because just doing that production meant that I had to give up a popularity. Right? So again, it's usually best if, okay, at the start of the game you have 2 workers, and then when you produce on a village, well, now you have 3. And then the next time you produce on a village, you should have 5. And then at that point, you're in pretty good shape to either finish the game with 5 workers, or at some point to go for 8. But really, at any point in the game, you should never have 6 or 7, or at least that shouldn't be your routine strategy. So learn from that mistake that I made. Alright, now I think it's about time that I finally at long last do my first enlistment. And get me some combat cards, because throughout this entire game I have had 0 combat cards. So what I just did there was give myself 3 power. And let's enlist cards and get some more cards. Alright, so we have 2. Alright, now let's move. I don't need to leave a worker behind in order to get this territory bonus for having that flag there. So since I have the armory, I will collect all of the workers. Now since I'm producing right here on this tundra, including with the mill, I think what I'm going to do is jump here, pick up a worker, drop the worker off there. And let's see what I want to do. I'd actually rather just move 1 more worker, not onto this mountain, but there. The idea behind that is, it is a place now where if I wanted to, I could place a structure there, but it's also one where if Nordic or Rusviet attack or try to get onto the factory, they would lose a popularity, and all I would lose is just 1 worker back to my home base. So not a big deal. Take a bottom reaction, yes. Let's upgrade. I'm pretty happy with how many hexes I can upgrade, or I can produce on. So let's do the coins and decrease the cost for building a structure. Produce 1, 2, 3. Let's remind ourselves what our structure bonus is, farms and tundras. Since I know that I'm probably going to be doing 3 more enlistments, let's choose this one, the monument, and place it here. So every time that I bolster, I will get a popularity. In fact, let's do that this next turn here. Bolster to get me up to 7 power. Give up 2 food. And let's keep going on getting myself, now I only have, let's see, one more structure to do. Okay, I think I'm done using the factory card. So that last structure is going to be from, hopefully, from produce and build. Structure bonus, let's go for the 2 additional power. Alright, so on this next turn, let's do that final building here. Produce. Okay. And let's go place that there. So that's 3 farms and tundras that I put a structure on, giving me an additional 6 coins for endgame scoring. And that just got me my 2nd star. So I have structure star, and worker star. Now my next turn, I think I can get, if I wanted to, I think I'd rather enlist right now. I'll get to my objective soon. But right now, let's do this. That will, at least for now, get me into Tier 2. Okay, let's take that worker and these resources and go there. Now let's take that mech and go here. And finally, we're going to take this worker and go there. Upgrade. Just in case I wanted to get 2 additional popularity, let's do that one and make enlistment 1 less costly. And why did I move a worker there? The mech from this farm to that mountain, and I moved the worker from the factory here, is now I have an objective. I cannot complete this objective for the remainder of the game because I already have a factory card. So I went for this one, get me an objective. All right. Okay, now let's bolster and get my final enlistment. Okay. So there they are. They are at the factory. Okay. Now, there's an interesting opportunity that I have here. Number 1, I can put myself in Tier 3 popularity and get the Power Star all on the same turn. The other option is to see if I want to get a combat right now, which I probably don't. So I think what I'll do is pay 1 coin to gain 2 popularity, putting me in Tier 3 with 13. And I just got, because here with the armory, anytime I trade I get a power. That just brought me from 15 to 16 power. So both Nordic and I are at 16 power. I am now in tier 3 popularity. Rusviet is close behind with 11. Nordic is way behind with 2. Alright, they are trading. Pretty sure my next round is where I'm going to hope to end the game by attacking Nordic. So I'm going to attack Nordic. I have 2 5 cards. I probably only need to brain 1 combat unit with me. I should not have to brain a second one. So let's do this. For the worker spread, let's brain that worker here. Brain this mech. Let's see here. Well, first off, let's take that mech there because I know I'm going to attack them. And really at this point, perhaps those are the last. I may just choose to do those moves, but why not? Since I can't move him anywhere anyway, let's just take him all the way to the factory and brain 2 combat units. And just finish the job. So that last round got me to control the factory, which gives that territory bonus, and it also served as my 6th star. I easily won in terms of territories, both because of actually the territories that I was on, plus having 4 additional ones with the 4 tokens. Pretty decisive victory, and again, the reason why the score was that high was a combination especially of, you'll see it here, territories, and that I was in tier 3 popularity. Okay. Now, the fact that it was a 24 round game made it more, I guess, more realistic that I would be getting to tier 3 popularity. I guess most of the time, if somebody is in tier 3, the game is probably at least 20 rounds, maybe more. If you are quick to enlist the build enlistment, where you're getting popularity for every time that you and your neighbor are building a structure, you might be able to get to tier 3 pretty quickly. For someone like Albion, it would have to be at least 20, 21, 22 round game to get to that tier 3. Okay. All right. So 17 was my structure bonus. I was actually on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 territories. No, 10. But then you include the flags, and you also include where this gives us, being on the factory, giving us 3 territories. So let's count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yep. All right, next video is going to be Togawa. It's probably the weakest, or one of the weakest factions, but we're going to see how we do with Togawa playing against 2 other factions. So that'll be the next video we'll do.